Hey everyone, how you doing? It's Mary Fane Brandt and Amy Aram here, and we are coming to you live today. We are so excited. As you guys know, we were just at Social Media Marketing World 2019, and man, what the keynotes, the speakers, the content from the sessions, it was amazing, and we are so excited, and we don't want to keep that all for ourselves, right, Amy?
Nope.
We
Gotta
want to
share it.
share it with you guys. So even if you weren't at the conference, we are going to be sharing with you. Today specifically, we're going over the keynote speakers, and we're going to share our top 3 takeaways from the keynote sessions. But I want to tell you guys that there's a group of us, and we are writing weekly recaps. What? That's right. So every week we are recapping 4 sessions. Wait. 4 sessions, and you can find those articles on LinkedIn, and I'll be sharing them in my private Facebook group and probably here, pretty much everywhere. But go to LinkedIn every Tuesday morning. You will find 4 recaps on 4 different sessions over the next month. So basically, what is that? 16 takeaways, 16 sessions recap for you. And Amy and I, we've got a surprise coming up for you next month. And I just want to drop that little hint there. You're going to want to know what this surprise is. It's something awesome and something you guys need to know about. So let me see. I heard some comments. Oh, Kimberly Shutters. Hey, Kimberly joined us.
Kimberly.
You know what? Drop in. Give us a heart. What's that? Give us a thumbs up. Give us a heart. Let us know that you're watching, and let us know where you're watching from. And let us know that you can hear us okay. You know, I always worry about tech, even though we go on early. So you know what? Amy and I, we just... we actually love collaborating and working together, and it's so great to have someone to bounce ideas off of. And so we just decided, hey, we need to go live and share our top takeaways with you guys, our audience. Right, Amy?
That's right.
So I'm going to get us started, and I'm going to start with Mari Smith. Her keynote was amazing, and I know we're going to do a write-up probably about the whole thing, and I'm just going to touch on one point that really drew it home for me. And this is a direct quote from her. She said, "Content is king, but engagement is queen, and she rules the house." So what does that mean? That means that content, right? We were all about content in 2018. Get content out, get great content out. And you still need to do that, but it's not enough anymore. You've got to have engagement. And so that really drove it home for me, because content is king, but engagement is queen. So you can be putting out great content, but if you're not getting engagement, you're not going to be successful. Right, Amy?
Right, right. The engagement is really what it's all about. You know, social media was never intended for it to be, as much as we like to talk about our business, it was never intended for just businesses to just blast their message out there all the time. That's never what it was all about. It's about being able to humanize your brand. We'll talk about that more later, but connect with your audience, people that love your brand, that want to learn more about your brand, and bring that human aspect forward, and that in the form of engagement, meaning, when someone comments on your post, that you always reply to them and have that conversation, in Facebook Live videos or any kind of interaction that they have on your page. You can message them directly and reach out and follow up with them afterwards and create that personal connection that maybe even you have never met the person in real life before, or you connect with them online and then later that you get to meet them in person. And it's about establishing and creating those relationships that start with the engagement.
Yeah, thanks, Amy, for talking about that. So Angela just joined us. Angela, I like to call you Angela Q. I hope that you like that.
Oh, hi, Angela.
So you know who I'm talking about when I say Angela Q.
Sure do. Yeah.
So thanks for joining us. Yeah, so engagement is critical. So Mari Smith obviously had a lot more to say about that, but we just want you guys to know that content is king, but engagement is queen, and she rules the house. It is all about engagement on any platform you're on. So as Amy said, you know what? You have to have a content strategy, and you have to go back in, and you have to reply and share and comment. So it's really, really important, and you need to have a content strategy on all platforms. So guys, on LinkedIn, you need a content strategy. That's something that I'm going to be talking more and more about when I'm working with my clients one-on-one, and I'll probably be creating a better content strategy for myself as well in 2019. So that's the recap from Mari Smith. And then, of course, Mike Stelzner, who is the founder of Social Media Examiner and puts on this amazing conference, Social Media Marketing World. I want to quote him because this, again, brought it home to me. So people want three things. Again, three things. So remember this: access to info, access to great people, and recognition. And if you can do all three things well and consistently, you will be incredibly successful. So again, access to great info, access to great people, and recognition. So Amy, do you have anything that you want to add about that powerful statement from Mike?
I love it because it just simplifies the message, right? So it's like info, that's your content that you're giving to your followers. Great people, that's also, interviewing people, bringing people onto your live shows like you have, exactly, and bring that knowledge forward to allow some more connections to happen there. And then recognition, and I think that really goes back to the engagement part of it, is people want to be, they want to feel heard, and you want, to make sure you're building that relationship, and that's the recognition that you can give them through social media by interacting with them. Like, for example, on Instagram, when you do stories, and you can do private messages through the stories, and really having that connection, and that's what the recognition is all about.
Yeah, so I want to touch on that because he did say Instagram stories. Like, he mentioned that several times and had some slides about it, that Instagram stories are where you can have those personal conversations, and that we all need to be doing that. And I'm sure that we're going to dive deeper into that later. But yeah, it's all about the recognition and nurturing your relationships. So we've covered a little bit about Mari Smith, a little bit about Mike Stelzner, and Amy, I think that you want to talk about our boys.
Andrew and Pete. Oh, they're so cool. They were actually attendees, I think, just 5 years ago, and their business blew up, and now they were keynote speakers. So that's just a cool story.
And they
so
really awesome. I got to meet them for the first
nice.
time this year, and now I know what all the hype is.
Yeah, exactly. And they're so fun to follow on Instagram. They're in San Diego still doing all these different activities around San Diego, and their Instagram stories are so fun to follow. So Andrew and Pete, they really focused on, had us really think about what we spend our time on, right? So there's, we're business owners, we're all entrepreneurs, we have a lot of things on our plate, a lot of hats to wear, but it's really what it's about is, in social media, it can be very time consuming, but there's the 90-10 rule that they spoke about, and 90-10, 90% doing what you love and what you're really great at. Spend your time on that and really dialing that in. And then, there's 10% of your time that you want to maybe kind of reach out to some other, maybe different social media platforms to learn more about it, or some other aspect of your business you want to spend time on. But really when it comes down to it, when it comes to social media, so 90% of your time, if Facebook, if you're having really great success with Facebook, then keep doing that. Keep doing those things that are really working for you. And then 10%, maybe you want to see what Instagram is about, or you want to dabble in Twitter. Then, kind of take some time to do that, but really focus and dig into what's really working, and that don't spread yourself thin. So that's really what the message was behind that. And then do one thing remarkably well. So what is that one thing that you really do well? Is it video? Is it content strategy? Is it blogging? Creating fun posts? Is it blogging? Is it exactly? So anything in regards to something that you really do well, of course we want to spend our time doing the things that we really love. Focus on that too.
And so just become a master in them. And like you said, just dabble 10% in the other stuff. So my dabbling this year is Instagram and stories. So I didn't accidentally, but last night Amy was so proud of me. She's like, I love your Facebook story. I'm like, yeah. She's asking me, so how did you do that? You got a link? I'm like, I have no idea. I wanted to share, and there was an option to do Facebook story, and everyone is talking about stories, right? You've got to start doing the stories. So I'm like, okay, I'll give it a try. So my 10% is probably going to be dabbling in a little bit of Instagram and maybe stories on Facebook. So Angela, Mary Rose joined us. Mary Rose, thanks.
Oh, hi, Mary Rose.
Yay, we have our fan club here. And Angela said she loves this. She is taking notes. And I told her, everybody, follow us on LinkedIn because we are doing 4 recaps every week. There are 4 of us, Kathy, Amy, Carlin, and myself. We're doing 4 recaps and from all different sessions. So we're going to be covering everything from Instagram to Facebook to YouTube to LinkedIn, of course, and just all kinds of content, right? One of us, Amy or I, probably Amy, is going to be covering a speaker we saw about content, and it was on fire, you guys. Mary Rose said she can't wait to read the recaps. Diversity as best we can. Yeah. So, Mary Rose asked, what's their handle? I think it's Andrew and Pete, all one word.
It's just Andrew and Pete. Yep.
Just look up Andrew and Pete and you'll find them. They're from the UK. They're fabulous. They're trying to get me to come over to their conference next year.
Atomicon.
Yeah. And it's like 2 weeks after we get back from Ireland and Scotland. If it was the same time, I was just going to build it in. So anyway, so the last keynote that we want to cover today is Mark Schaefer. He's amazing. He has keynoted Social Media Marketing World twice, the only speaker that has done that twice. He closed us out, and I was kind of like, how's this going to go? In honesty, I was like, the closing keynote, am I going to be bored? Is it going to spark interest in me? And I have to say, I was hyped up, on fire, so excited. He signed a book for both of us, and I'm so excited to start reading that. It'll probably be the book I take on the flight when we go to Hawaii. I figure that's
Marketing Rebellion. Yeah.
Marketing Rebellion. And Andrew and Pete have a book out too that I've heard is amazing by Christine, told us about it. So maybe we'll put those links to those books so you guys have more resources. But Mark Schaefer, here's what I got out of his whole talk was humanize your brand. Humanize your brand. Make it human, because people do business with people they know, like, and trust. And we know that to our core. But I feel that some people have gotten off track. And for me personally, when he said humanize your brand, let people in on who you are, you can still be professional and still show a little personality or who you are. Like, where do you volunteer? What books are you reading? What's your setup in your office or your video? And that really hit home for me, because those of you that have been following me and watch my live shows, I'm all about being authentic. I like to say that I show the good, the bad, and the ugly. So when I make a mistake or something doesn't work out, I like to share it with you guys so you don't have to go down that path. I can save you time. Like, don't try this, it didn't work, or do it better, right? Do it a different way. So for me, when he said humanize your brand, it's so that you can be relatable to your clients. And I feel really confident that I do a good job of doing that, because who I am here online is who you get in person, right, Amy?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not a different
The real
person.
deal. Yeah.
I am real to the core. I like to be funny. I share my heartaches. And so that really, really resonated for me. So, and the other point of that is social media is the highlight reel, you guys. And I think that's what it has been in the past. And I think we're going to see some of that shift, that we need to be a little more transparent and we need to humanize our brand. So do you have anything to add to that, Amy?
I don't. It was really a powerful presentation. Remember the video at the very beginning?
Yes.
I wish we could share that video by itself. It was just so powerful that Mark Schaefer has been in marketing for 30 years, and he's seeing the shift of what consumers want and what they respond to. And so he says every 10 years there's this rebellion where what used to work doesn't work anymore. So consumers, used to went from phone calls, spam phone calls, and then to the internet. Now we're going to, consumers want, again, like Michael Stelzner says, they want recognition. They want, they're in the spotlight. They're the ones that make the rules, right? We listen to our consumers, we listen to our followers, and what do they want to hear? Listen to their questions, because it's not about us, it's about them.
We don't decide what we're marketing. I think that was the other takeaway from Mark Schaefer is our clients and customers are in control of what we market, how we market, and when we market. Back in the day, right, 10 years ago, it was we decided. The business owners, the businesses decided what they were going to market, when we were going to market, and the clients just were like, okay, I'll take that. But because of today and because of the online presence and because of just the shift that I feel we have to really listen to our clients. And I want to throw out there, I was working with a client and I asked them the question, where does your business come from? Oh, referrals. I'm like, that's fabulous. At some point that's going to dry up if you don't manage it now. And what I mean by managing it is by having that amazing online presence. Because even if you guys, this is critical, so take notes, Angela, take notes right now. Even if you get referrals, those people are going to check you out online. So even if Amy refers a client to me and she can talk my praises, talk me up, she's one of my biggest fans, I guarantee you that person is going to go Google me. They're going to look me up on LinkedIn. They're going to look me up on Facebook, whatever other platforms. They are going to do their due diligence. As Mark Schaefer said, we have the smartest clients, the most savvy clients out there right now because of online, because of the internet. So that was another thing that I really took away from that.
I agree, yeah. And I think now, with social media, that gives us a huge advantage too, because it allows us to be able to be ourselves and be our, humanize our brand by being able to share ourselves and our videos and our personality, where in the past, in the last rebellion, 10 years ago, we didn't have that opportunity. So this is really a unique opportunity, and I think we know this, where our clients are our bosses, basically. They're the ones that we need to listen to. They're the ones that build our business, right? So they're the ones that we need to cater to, and that we're here for them. So just having that in the back of our minds, I think we already know that, but the social media is just a huge ability to have, it gives you those resources and that ability to be visible and to make those connections outside of past ways of marketing.
Yeah. Mary Rose said she's been trying to do this since she started March Forward. Her hashtag said, get personal with business. Awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Mary Rose.
Ooh, love it.
Angela said
really
to please
good.
share the book resources. So we will make sure that we drop those in the comments afterwards. And if you guys have any other questions, please let us know. And please check out our article that was published Tuesday morning. It's over on my profile. We're rotating around, switching some things up, but every Tuesday there will be a recap of the four sessions from Social Media Marketing World. So we have 3 more weeks of doing this. You'll get 16 recaps. Look at that. You didn't even have to go to the conference. And then, like I said, Amy and I have something coming out in May that we're working on, another collaboration, because collaborating is amazing. I think it's the best tool for business owners. It's just, and can I share what May 8th is, Amy? Is that okay if I do?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so Mary Rose and I and a couple other people, we are collaborating to host LinkedIn Local San Diego on May 8th from 6 to 8 p.m. at WeWork in La Jolla, and it's going to be amazing. Why it's going to be amazing is because it's online connections coming offline. So it's all about meeting the people that you're connected with on LinkedIn, inviting them to come locally and meet up and get to know each other and be social, right? And we're all business professionals, and we have a caterer, we have a great venue, we have a panel of 5 people. Mary Rose and I are on that panel. I know Amy's coming, I know Stephanie's coming. I mean, people keep tagging me, say, just bought my ticket, can't wait. Angela, you guys are on fire. She says you guys are on fire. Yay. Good job.
Angela, come to LinkedIn Local. We love to see you.
Angela, come to LinkedIn Local. We kept the ticket price really low. It's only $15. And I want you guys to know that we're not taking a penny of that money. I am super excited to let you guys know that all proceeds from this event are going to be donated to the local Alzheimer's Association, honoring my mom, who passed in 2016. So anytime I can do something like that, it's amazing. We have a couple great caterers sponsoring, and Dan Harris is coming in and he's sponsoring us. He's our videographer sponsor. He'll be videotaping the entire event, and the whole theme is video on LinkedIn and video content on LinkedIn. So come with your cell phones charged, come with your questions. We're going to be answering those questions, helping you come up with what type of videos to do on LinkedIn and how to do those. And we're going to have a couple fun games to do and some raffle prizes. So you can find that event on my Facebook page. I'd love for you guys to share it out. We have a limited number of tickets. So, I think that we have something like 40 tickets, and I think we have 16 sold as of today. And we just put the tickets on sale Monday.
Wow.
Yeah, it's gonna be an amazing event, and I'm just looking forward to helping everyone connect in real life, because that's what it's all about. Anything else you
That
want
it
to add,
is.
Amy?
No, I think that's great. I didn't want to take up too much time, but I did want to give the highlights of the keynotes, and then of course follow up with our articles. Yeah,
Podcast.
that's it.
Okay,
So
well, you
excited.
guys, thanks for joining us today. Amy, thanks for collaborating with me. It's always so much fun to just work with you on any means. So you guys
Aw,
have a great
too.
day, and I will see you Monday morning at 7 a.m. with my 7 minutes of Monday motivation with Mary. Ciao.
Bye.